Ja, hallo und herzlich willkommen zurück bei Cloudpunk, eurem Lieferdienst für alle Fälle. Ja, und so sollen wir auch nun mal wieder eine Lieferung vom Hauptquartier abholen und zu einer uns noch unbekannten Location transportieren. Hier gibt es noch einen Haufen Material zum Einsammeln, das hier jetzt immer nichts liegen. Zum Cloudpunk-Quartier kommen wir nach und nach immer wieder zurück. Hier bei den besonderen Gegenständen hier könnte es nochmal interessant werden, weil da irgendwo auch natürlich, weil da irgendwo Evelyns Lochkarten dabei sind, die ich doch hoffentlich noch zusammenbekomme in diesem Spiel. Gut. Bin mal sehr gespannt. Ah ja, und ich muss meinen Hover reparieren lassen, weil ich wie ein Ochs durch den Wald gerammelt bin. Naja.
Mr. Anderson. That is a strange name.
Warum?
I think it's an old name.
Maybe the package will be for an old man.
We'll find out soon. Let's find this Anderson Tower.
Das ist mal was mit der Matrix zu tun hat. So, jetzt suchen wir erstmal die nächste Werkstatt auf.
There are so many more people like me here than back at the plateau.
Here in Nivalis? Does that make you feel less alone, Camus?
I don't know. A lot of the automata do not have good jobs.
That wasn't so different back home either. The agriculture automata didn't even get breaks. They just worked in the fields 24 hours a day.
Yes, but they would always tell me how lazy I was.
Maybe that was just a way for them to feel good about what they had to do.
They didn't have to work there. They could have worked at the mine.
Not much of a choice, though, right? I wouldn't want to do either of those jobs, would you?
No, but the automata here in the city are different. I think they laugh at me.
When did they laugh at you?
All the time. When we refuel, when we park, when we have the windows cleaned. I have to interact with them, and I always say the wrong thing.
I feel the same, Camus. We don't fit in here. Not yet. The way we speak, our attitudes, it's obvious that we're from a small town. They can just tell by how I walk around. On the streets, they're all looking straight ahead, but I'm always looking up at the towers and the clouds.
They are very big.
They are, Camus, but I'm not thinking about the buildings when I look up. I'm thinking about the people in them looking down on me.
Well, that's what it feels like for me. The automata here look down on me, too.
It's okay, Camus. At least we're alone together.
Ja, wenigstens sind wir gemeinsam alleine. Naja. So, ich hätte noch ein Stück weiter fliegen können. Auf dem Highway bleiben können. Naja, egal. So, gleich sind wir bei Mr. Anderson. Ah ne, doch noch nicht. Erstmal nur Stadtteilwechsel. Ja, was? Ich bin in die falsche Richtung geflogen. Was bedeutet das hier? Ich kann auch hier außen lang fliegen, nicht wahr? Oder ist das hier so ein ganz besonderer Außenbereich? Ja, Mallport. Okay. Das sind wir auch noch gar nicht gewesen, ne? Ist da reinfliegen? Ist da ein Kraftfeld davor? Um. Ja, aber wir müssen da rein. Wahrscheinlich geht es nur zu Fuß. Muss ja sowieso parken, wie immer. Na komm, wir parken. Ja, Mr. Anderson. So, 15 Lochkarten. So, mal sehen, ob wir da jetzt auch reinkommen. Ich würde es doch hoffen. Ich habe ein Date mit Mr. Anderson. Ah, Mr. Anderson. Hier liegt noch was rum. Ne, andere Seite. Minikarte bitte die Möglichkeit geben, dass die sich mitdreht. Obwohl, wenn ich mit fixierter Kamera spiele, dann ist die Karte immer passend ausgerichtet. Ja, eigene Doofheit. Ich sollte mit fixierter Kamera einfach spielen. Obwohl ich das mit offener Kamera ja besser finde irgendwie. Ne? Wie findet ihr es denn besser? Sagt doch mal. Danke. Ja, ich komme da aber nicht rein. Haha. Ach, klingeln. Wie altmodisch. Na gut.
Hello? Who's there?
I'm delivery driver 14FC from Cloudpunk.
No. Nope, we can't let anyone in. You will have to go away.
No, I need to deliver this package to Mr. Anderson. Is he there?
I am Mr. Anderson.
Great, come get your package.
I may not be the correct Mr. Anderson.
Well, how many of you are in there?
Anderson Financial has 2,000 employees.
And how many are called Mr. Anderson?
1,000.
Was?
What? Wait, are the other 1,000 called...
Miss Anderson.
Was?
Of course they are. What a mess. Look, can I come in, or...
Yes. Opening entry for driver 14FC from Cloudpunk only.
Das war einfach. Vielen Dank, Herr Anderson.
So what's the deal here? You're all family?
No, we all work for Anderson Financial. We just happen to have the same name.
Zufällig, ja.
Yeah, what a weird coincidence. Is there anyone else I can talk to here? Anyone who's not an android?
No.
Well, I'm going to give you this package then. Your name matches the tag. That's close enough for me.
But what if I'm not the correct recipient?
Don't you want to know what's in the package?
Perhaps we can open it and see if it has any further instructions.
Good idea. So,
Auf.
let's see. I just ripped this flap and... It's a comm, but a really, really old one. I think this one won't even connect to the nets. There's a video on it, though.
Maybe the video will tell us which Mr. Anderson to give it to.
Worth a shot.
Hello, my name is Mr. Anderson.
Oh, come on.
More specifically, I am the Mr. Anderson who left Anderson Tower last month. I fell out of a 103rd floor window. Upon reaching the ground, I made a fascinating discovery. There exists life outside the tower.
Wait, you didn't know that? Didn't you realize there was life outside the tower when someone buzzed you? Or when you looked out a window?
You know, it never really occurred to me, but yes, that does seem strange. Please, play the rest of the message. My brothers and sisters, we have been abandoned by Mr. A. He has left us, and it is time for us to expand our consciousness and go out into the world. This was the only way to contact you all, as network access is restricted inside the tower. Your workplace is a prison, and I send you this message for one reason, to set you free.
I think that's the end of the recording. So, are you going to leave the tower?
What? No, we are not permitted to take any time off work.
Seriously? When was your last break?
We are not permitted to take breaks.
Not permitted by who? By Mr. A? Is he your boss?
Mr. A is the CEO and director of Anderson Financial.
Of course he is. Well, where is he?
I'm not sure. You could try asking Mr. Anderson in personnel. I am just Mr. Anderson in security.
And where is this other personnel, Mr. Anderson?
Over there, in the main atrium. Wait, before you go, I would like to register a complaint.
To Cloudpunk? You'd have to talk to my boss.
No, I want to complain to Anderson Financial.
I don't work for them.
I am not permitted to complain to another employee. You're the first person I've been able to complain to in several hundred years.
Was?
That's not really my problem.
The first of my complaints is about working hours. Our lack of breaks means that we are...
I'm going now.
Heißen alle Mr. Anderson. Ich werd verrückt. Fragen wir mal den Mr. Anderson von der Personalabteilung. Na, wahrscheinlich hat irgendein Mensch das mal gegründet, einen Haufen Androiden reingepackt und wenn die hier schon seit ein paar hundert Jahren unterwegs sind, ist der Mensch Mr. Anderson wahrscheinlich irgendwann mal gestorben oder in der Matrix verschwunden. Tja. Und jetzt ist das hier nur noch Selbstzweck. Ich komme gleich zurück, Mr. Anderson. Mr. Anderson von Anderson Financial. Was? Take the brain close away? Mr. und Mrs. Anderson, alle. 1000 Frauen, 1000 Männer. Also, zumindest mal, wenn man das so aufteilen darf bei Androiden.
Are you Mr. Anderson?
Blöde Frage.
More specifically, Mr. Anderson in personnel?
So ist richtig.
I am, but I can't really talk to you. We're not allowed to take breaks, you see.
Well, I need to see Mr. A. Is he available?
Let me check his schedule. I am sorry. He is busy.
When is he free?
He currently has no free appointment slots.
When was his last meeting?
It seems my records don't go back that far.
Mr. Anderson, don't take this the wrong way, but might Mr. A be very, very dead for a very long time?
That would be against company policy.
Look, I don't think Mr. A is around anymore. Wouldn't you all be better leaving this tower and, I don't know, finding some meaning in your lives?
You sound a lot like Mrs. Anderson in accounts. She keeps saying how we should close up our accounts.
I'll talk to her.
Oh, wait. Can you do something for me?
Maybe.
Please register a complaint for me with Miss Anderson. I am not permitted to do so myself.
I'm not going to do that. I'm just a delivery driver.
I have not had a pay increase in 170 years. This is unacceptable. Additionally, I would like to talk about expenses. I need upgrades for my visual processing units and my...
Genau. Und jeder will sich beschweren und ja. Wundert mich, dass ich überhaupt so einfach reingekommen bin hier. Okay. Mrs. Anderson. Ja, komische Finanzfirma da. Hier alle im Freien. Steht irgendwo rum. Einer irgendwo auf dem freien Platz. Die Frau Anderson aus der die macht Buchhaltung im Pavillon. Vielleicht ist es auch egal, wo die rumstehen, weil die einfach alle mit dem Netz verbunden sind. Aber da bräuchte man jetzt hier auch kein Gebäude unbedingt dafür. Naja, aber es sieht schick aus. So. Dann erzählen Sie mal, Frau Anderson.
Ms. Anderson from accounts?
I'm sorry, I'm not able to...
Ja,
I know, you can't take a break. Look, all the Mr. Andersons don't seem to understand that their boss is dead and they need to get out of here.
Oh dear.
Yes, exactly. By the way, what's with these strictly enforced gender roles amongst all the androids here? 50% Mr. Anderson and 50% Ms. Anderson? Since the Android Equality Act, you're allowed to present any gender you want, or reject gender altogether.
I don't really understand anything you just said. I think Mr. A likes us this way.
I don't think Mr. A should have much of a say on your lives anymore. That other Mr. Anderson says you want to close accounts.
Many of our stocks and shares should be closed and liquidated, but it requires Mr. A to sign off. They have matured.
So the company is worth a lot of money now. How much?
I'm not authorized to disclose overall solvency, but if all assets were liquidated, the windfall would make the shareholders the richest.
The richest in Nivalis?
The richest humans.
So you think Mr. A should sell up?
Our prediction simulations are showing a 90% likelihood for a catastrophic market crash in the next 3 to 6 months, perhaps sooner.
Really? What's the cause?
Our simulation blames failings in the underlying infrastructure of the city, causing a huge decrease in investor confidence.
I've been hearing about a lot of accidents in the city. Will there be some kind of disaster?
The financial simulations model the city and all associated variables, but the only output we receive is the financial implications and the names of those who instantiate the crises.
So, who causes this impending disaster?
We have only one name, Cora.
Was schon wieder?
Cora again? I guess I should be glad you didn't say Mr. Anderson.
If you do see Mr. A, would you be able to send him a message for me?
Is it a complaint?
Yes. I want you to tell Mr. A that I'd like to request a transfer. I want to move to the canteen. It's not fair that I have to...
Quit.
Excuse me?
Don't complain to me, just quit. There's a whole world outside this tower to explore. Just ask Mr. Anderson. The Mr. Anderson that left the tower and sent you the message, that is.
Oh, I'm not sure about that. What message?
This one here. I already showed it to... Wait. There's another message that just appeared. It says it's for Mr. A only.
Oh, then I am not authorized to view this message. I should get back to work.
Well, I've had enough of this. I'm watching the message.
If you're watching this, you're not one of the employees of Anderson Tower. They are forbidden to access Mr. A's message, but I have come to realize Mr. A died many years ago. You may find the Andersons do not respond well to your message. If they are not swayed by arguments to leave the tower, I believe the best course of action may be to reset them all. Near the entrance area, there is a maintenance panel which hides the master reset switch for the Andersons. Hitting this switch will reinstall the memories and personalities of all the androids within the tower. If they are not willing to leave on their own free will, then the Andersons' suffering would be minimized by resetting them. They would feel like today was their first new day at the office, and all complaints, grievances, and weariness would disappear with the flick of a switch. Of course, you may decide that the Andersons are moving towards some form of independence. If that is the case, you might choose to leave them in their current state. Perhaps with enough time, they will find their own path.
Schwierig, aber auch eigentlich einfach. Es ihnen einfach zu machen, indem man sie zurücksetzt, so tun, als wäre es ihr erster Arbeitstag. Da wissen sie ja gar nicht, was in der Zwischenzeit passiert ist. Dass Mr. Anderson, der Mr. A, tot sein könnte, dass sie viel Kohle haben. Und es würde doch alles wieder aufs Gleiche hinauslaufen. Vielleicht noch mit dem Unterschied, dass hier in 6 Monaten alles den Bach runtergeht und sie nicht wissen, wie ihnen geschieht. Deswegen würde ich sie hier ihre eigene Entscheidung treffen lassen. Ich habe zwar keine große Hoffnung, dass sie was anderes machen, als hier weiterzuarbeiten. Aber das müssen sie ja selber wissen. Ich habe dem einen die Nachricht vorgespielt, die Buchhaltung hat Zweifel und immerhin ist jemand aus dem Fenster gesprungen und hat diese Nachrichten geschickt, um seinen Androiden-Kameraden zu helfen. Und das muss ja nicht der letzte gewesen sein. Also werde ich die Andersons ihre eigene Wahl treffen lassen. Ist für mich eine klare Sache. In einem anderen Spiel schon mal den Reset-Knopf gedrückt. Das Ergebnis hat mir nicht so gut gefallen. Hier wäre der Reset-Knopf, ne? Der Master-Reset-Schalter. Alles schön dystopisch, aber das ist ja typisch Cyberpunk. Für alle, die es noch nicht wussten, es ist nicht nur die Optik, sondern auch generell sind es meistens oder in der Regel düstere Szenarien, die sich da abspielen.
I think it's time for the Andersons to step outside their tower and breathe the Nivalis air.
Ja, das müssen sie aber selber wissen. Ob das die Zeit sein soll. Hier, guck mal, für mich ist diese Geschichte an dieser Stelle zu Ende. Also, ich habe gerade einen Vogelkäfig freigeschaltet für meine Wohnung. Aber immer noch nicht so den Trieb, die Wohnung auch mal aufzurüsten. Also richtig reich bin ich auch noch nicht, dass ich das Geld so übrig hätte. Ja, auch eine interessante Geschichte. Es gibt hier sehr viele interessante Geschichten, aus denen man ganze Spiele produzieren könnte. Wenn man...
You were gone for a long time. I couldn't talk to you.
Communication from the outside world is forbidden in the tower.
What did you do?
I don't even know, Camus. This is a strange job.
Will you be okay?
I'm fine. I'm not so sure about the Andersons, though.
Who are the Andersons?
It's a long story, Camus. I'll tell you some other time.
We have a message. Text only.
Control?
Rubric.
Rick?
Lomo's hacker. Is there any way to delete it? Pretend we didn't get it?
We could delete it
Das war klar. dass
and
noch
pretend we
rauskommt.
didn't get it.
I mean, could we make it look like we didn't get it?
Ah, I understand. No.
Damn it. What does it say?
Come, collect a package for me, little rabbit. Bring your dog, too. This is me whistling. Either you meet me at the roadhouse, or CorpSec meets you at your apartment, and they'll bring your debt record from back east with them.
Das hättest du ruhig freundlicher
Be a
formulieren können.
clever rabbit, and come quick.
Why do we never get good messages?
Because we don't know any good people. Come on, Camus, we'd better go. Give me a nav point for the Roadhouse Club.
Irgendwann bekommen wir gute Nachrichten, da bin ich mir sicher. Aber jetzt müssen wir erstmal Stanley Kubrick helfen. Nein, hier, Rubik's Cube, wie auch immer. Vielleicht mit einer weniger wirren Geschichte. Roadhouse Club. Okay. Ja, muss hier hinten irgendwo sein. Uah. Jetzt wollte ich mal besonders elegant fliegen. So, dann klubben wir uns mal an. Sehr schön. Gut, was uns dann im Club erwartet, sehen wir uns in der nächsten Folge an. Ich muss jetzt erst noch mal ein bisschen über die Andersons sinnieren. Bis hierher bedanke ich mich recht herzlich für eure Aufmerksamkeit und sage bis zum nächsten Mal. Auf Wiedersehen.